Welcome, guys. This is your 5D YouTube channel, Divine Hippie 2222. My name is Stephanie, and today we're doing our Let's Learn the Art of Tarot series, and we are doing the Six of Cups. All right, guys. So all the information I use is below in the links, as well as all the cards I'm going to use. So if we want to know what the Six of Cups means, and it comes up in our spread, right, in the upright position for like a general spread. First off, let's back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. Forgive me. So the Six of Cups is represented by the sun. The sun stands for the inner king. It's integrity, self-discovery, action, a sense of power, and represents our divine inner spark. That's beautiful. So the sun is represented by the sun. Or the sun. The Six of Cups is represented by the sun. Forgive me. So it's also represented by Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water signs, right? This is an indication of children, childhood memories, past influences, yearning, homesickness, nostalgia, reunions, playfulness, youthfulness, innocence, creativity, kindness, goodwill, simplicity, childishness, immaturity, sharing, gifts, charity, family, support, protection, childhood issues, childhood abuse. Okay, so guys, that's what the general definition, according to this website that I use, says that the Six of Cups stands for, right? So this could be an indication of feeling nostalgic, remembering things that happened in your past, in your childhood, and focusing on the past, right? So are we being influenced by past events, reminiscing about the past, or thinking about someone from our past? But this could also just be an indication of children, young people, youthfulness, and it can represent having children, taking care of, or working with children, okay? So this is an indication of simplicity, playfulness, innocence, goodwill, and sharing. And it's also an indication of protection and family. So if you've been going through a tough time, what this card may be trying to tell you is take the support that's available to you from family and close friends, okay? Depending upon the supporting cards. In some cases, this can indicate childhood abuse. So be mindful, right? Could also just be an indication of homesickness for those that are living abroad. Okay? So that is the upright way to interpret. I shouldn't say way. That is a way to interpret that card, right? And guys, okay, so let me back up a little bit before we get in. So last year, from April to July, I did my own little studying of the cards. And that's when I was using all these websites and compiling all of this information. So I started my own little journey on studying the meaning of the cards, right? So this is me sharing my experiences and my knowledge with you regarding my learning, right? This is just my process, my thoughts, and what I'm realizing and learning as I am progressing through this, guys. And the whole point is, you know, when I started this journey on this time around, I should say, there were so many questions. And I didn't really know where to go for answers. So that's why I do this channel. So you guys are welcome to find answers if there are any answers for you. You know, if not, that's okay. But yeah, so general energy, okay? So now, in the past, I was just reading what it means. In reverse, it's an indication of letting go of the past, focusing on the future, maturity, growing up, leaving home, independence, rose-tinted view of the past, boredom, maybe a lack of creativity, stagnation, being stuck in the past, resolving childhood issues, childhood abuse, stolen innocence, completing therapy and counseling. So ways this can be identified, or ways these can be, those bullet points can be expanded upon, right? It signifies letting go of the past and being ready to move on to the future. Growing up, becoming more mature, or leaving home. Page turn. Letting go of childhood issues or childishness. Maybe an indication of childhood abuse or stolen innocence. But this in reverse is an indication of overcoming those experiences. If you're in counseling or therapy, this signifies that you have worked through issues of the past and are ready for a fresh start. Now, alternatively, depends on the supporting cards, you may be stuck in the past or looking at past events through rose-tinted glasses. If this is the case, we need to bring our focus back to the present moment and appreciate what we have today. Okay? So guys, in the upright position, this is, you know, remembering the past, reminiscing, being youthful, working with children, being around children, right? Maybe even childhood issues, right? This is childhood abuse, but this is also, this is acknowledgement and releasing. That's what this is. So this, even though it's painful energy, it's still beautiful because it's growing. It's letting that marker that we put in our timeline mentally, and this is who we hid behind. I can't say you guys are hiding behind it. Maybe you are, but I'm just thinking of me, like all the little markers that I put in my timeline mentally, that I told myself I was that person. No, letting it go. Realizing that's not how we identify anymore, right? We identify as whatever it is we see ourselves as. Period, end of story. Period, end of story. It's your life, right? All right, guys. So now, everybody wants to know about love, right? Right? It's almost Valentine's Day. So, if the Six of Cups pops up in the upright position for love, okay? If you're in a relationship, what this can be an indication of is maybe you and your partner are childhood sweethearts. And if your surrounding cards are positive, it can signify having children. It can also be an indication of problems or issues being caused in the relationship by one or both partners allowing their behavior to be immature or childish, right? So maybe you're blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. Maybe your relationship is being held back because you're yearning for a past love. Or that previous partner is influencing your relationship or causing arguments. So guys, be mindful, right? And it's all going to depend on the supporting cards. That's how you're going to know where, what's going on, you know? So that is possible, children. And then, you know, let's look at ourselves. Are we allowing issues to be created by external sources, right? Are we allowing, because whether we realize it or not, we allow it, right? So let's be mindful. Let's see what it is that we're doing so we can correct it, right? Maybe childhood sweethearts, right? Okay, so, oh, no, not ready yet. Sorry, single, guys. Okay, what this is an indication of, if you're single, it means a past lover coming back into your life, becoming romantically involved, maybe with a childhood friend, or finding love in the area where you grew up. So that's fantastic, guys. Okay, so it is someone coming back into your life, right? If you're in a relationship, are we allowing the wrong people back into our lives? If we're single, I mean, that's still a consideration as well. Is it the right person? You have to be mindful of that, right? Guys, it is Valentine's Day. And if you are single, and if people are coming back into your life, be adult. Take care of yourself. Be responsible. Okay? You know what I mean by that. Okay? Just be responsible, because you are the only one that's going to take care of you. Right? Okay. So now, in reverse, if this is for a relationship, this could be an indication of boredom or lack of passion in the relationship. Now, although the relationship may be providing you security, maybe it's an indication of you are feeling suffocated or stifled or not allowed to be yourself and be free, right? So be mindful. Again, the surrounding cards are going to tell you which way to go and how to direct and see what's going on, right? So now if you're single, it's an indication that you're ready to put your past relationships behind you and move on to something better. Okay, so then alternatively, you are still looking at your past relationships through rose-tinted glasses and comparing anyone new you meet unfavorably to your ex. So being mindful, guys. That's what I get the most from the Six of Cups, is being mindful, right? In order to move forward, we need to remember that the past relationship is over for a reason. Holding on to the past will not change anything, and you could end up wishing your life away. Give someone new a chance. Could be an indication of childhood issues or childhood abuse, maybe preventing you from finding the love you deserve or affecting your ability to open up to your partner if you are in a relationship. Okay? So again, our interactions. Are our interactions being childish? Are they being immature? Are we being playful? Right? Are we having fun? Like, what energy are we putting into this scenario? That's the main thing that I really get from the Six of Cups. Doesn't matter whether it's general or love or money, right? But then also could be an indication of healing from issues of the past, right? Identifying issues from the past and healing and letting them go. Okay, so now money. This is a good omen. It's signifying creativity, sharing, and goodwill. It's a great time to get involved in creative or team projects. And it indicates possibly working with young people or children. Now, financially, this represents giving or receiving gifts or even charity. So it could be an indication of receiving an inheritance. And this card will also appear when you are thinking of making a will or in the process of making one. Okay? So now, in the reverse, this could be an indication of you're feeling bored in your current role or that it's stifling your creativity. So you may decide to leave the security and safety of this job to do something that you will find creatively fulfilling. Working with children or young people who may have been traumatized or disadvantaged in some way. This, while worthwhile, could be emotionally draining. Page turn. It could be emotionally draining for you. So make sure you take care of your own well-being at the same time. So guys, if that's where your passion is, to work with children, do it. Just make sure we're caring for ourselves at the same time, right? In the process. Now, financially, you're becoming financially independent and mature in the way you manage your finances. And for a young person still living at home with their parents, it can indicate being ready to move out and start living independently. Yay! Who doesn't love that, right? Again, mental time mark. So maybe the Six of Cups is more just mental timelines, right? Markers in our mental timeline and us reflecting and reminiscing back on our timeline. And while we're doing that, possible memories coming back, right? Positive, negative, indifferent, right? So, okay, so health. In the upright position, guys, this card is telling you to be charitable or caring towards someone with ill health. They may need your support more than you know. A fast-paced life may be causing you undue stress or illness. So try to simplify your life as much as you can to get back to the basics. If we're trying to conceive, this card is a good omen as it represents children and family. Now, in the reverse, it could be an indication of any health issues that you're suffering from, may be genetic or a physical manifestation of unresolved childhood issues and traumas. So if we are planning a family, this card can represent fertility issues or problems conceiving, okay? Now it's a cycle, guys. So if you experience this cycle and you experience issues, where you're not used to it, go see your doctor. Go get checked out. You'll never know unless you go to the doctor, right? Always go see your medical professional if you have any questions, okay? Now then, guys, health. No, I just did health. Sorry, spirituality. In the upright position, this can be an indication of needing to keep your spiritual practices simple. Spirituality is an intrinsic part of who we are, but sometimes in our hastiness to want to connect, we neglect to just keep it simple, right? We can just overcomplicate things. Get lost. Where am I going? What am I doing? Oh, okay. Here I am. What's going on next? You get what I'm saying? So remember to keep it simple. Okay? If you have been struggling to connect, go back to the basics. For me, the basics are praying and meditating and journaling. That is what I need to be doing, right? Going back to the basics. So we may find ourselves rediscovering rituals or traditions from our childhood and integrating them into your spiritual practice. That would be cool. I was reading that and I was trying to think of what. I don't think there was anything I did. Nah. Anyways, in the reverse position for your spirituality spread, now is the time to discover new beliefs and try new things rather than clinging rigidly to the beliefs or traditions you learned in childhood. Keep what works for you, but don't be afraid to branch out and incorporate new ideas that appeal to you. So guys, keep it simple, right? And maybe in overcomplicating things, that is how we feel like a separation in our connection, right? Because you got to get through all this before you can just be, right? No, keep it simple, right? It's okay if you mix, well, I guess they could be upright, either one. It's okay if you mix traditions. This is your spiritual journey, guys, your path. So do what works for you. To hell with what society says. To hell with what we were raised believing, right? As long as we are true to ourselves and follow our own moral compass, that is the important thing. That is the important thing. At the end of the night, at the end of each day, do we feel like we did our best, and can we put our head on the pillow without having any regrets? That's what I mean by your moral compass, your guiding light, whatever your rule book is, guys, right? So, it doesn't have to get complicated. It can be simple. And you can incorporate things from each aspect of your life, past, present, and future. It doesn't have to be just because we learned it, that's the exact way it has to be, right? So, and then in health, remember to give back. 6 is all about balance, finding balance, right? So in some aspect of our life, if we are having an abundance of balance, then we need to be mindful and share. Excuse me. And in other aspects of our life, when we feel our perception is that we're lacking, I guess it could be upright, lacking in balance, could be reverse as well. That is where we should, be more mindful. Are we being immature? Are we being childish? Are we being playful and fun, right? Like those types of things. That's the kind of energy that the 6 of Cups talks about, right? So be mindful, guys. Yes. It's Valentine's Day. Be nice if, someone was there, but it's okay if someone's not. Rose-tinted glasses, right? It's okay. We're whole and complete and worthy as we are. That's beautiful. And so just be mindful, guys. Have fun with it, right? And again, it's balance. It's finding balance and in different scenarios and different circumstances. So that's beautiful, guys. Represented by the sun. Like I said, knowing the divine inner spark, integrity, self-discovery, action, a sense of power. And it's just that type of, playfulness and fun and because guys, we get older and how much do we really do to have fun, right? To kick back, to relax. So to me, that's what the 6 of Cups is all about. It's about, really looking at things the way they are and seeing them for what they are and seeing Okay, so how is my participation aiding or hindering, right? All right, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll see you guys next time. Peace, love, and happiness. Bye.